What's up, everyone? This is Devin, and we're back with another sports talk, episode number 30. I can't believe we've already hit 30 of these things. We got Bailey in Austin. We're doing this from the Amateur Life Bar. All right, so that's why if it looks a little different, we're getting ready to have the draft go on here in a minute. In about 30. I think it's going to start. So, we're going to skip over football right now, so that way we can cover draft here and when that starts and do football talk during that time. So we'll jump right into NBA, and we got up first. Like right now, we got Milwaukee, who has sealed moving on against the Bulls, and who else? We just said this. Who else did we?
So it's Milwaukee and Celtics who moved on. They're playing each other. And then Heat and Warriors also moved on.
Heat and Warriors. And then Grizzlies are leading 3-2.
Yes. Yep.
And Suns are up 3-2, right?
Yep. So then we got 76ers and Raptors who are playing right now. 76ers are up 3-2, but they were up 3-0. So they're currently letting a comeback happen.
Gotcha. Awards. Are all the awards finalized now for...
They still have the MVP, but I know we already talked about defensive player, and they also announced Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
So Rookie of the Year was Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
I believe was it you that put money down on him?
No, I don't think I actually did.
No, I saw somebody did, but I was kind of surprised by the Scotty Barnes pick.
Yeah.
So I know he made it to the playoffs with his team. He didn't do terrible. I think he was in like third or fourth place for scoring wise rookies.
Yeah.
But I really thought it would be Mobley or Cade.
I thought so too, because weren't them two just constantly like leading the pack for pretty much Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. I thought for sure one of those two would have got it. Didn't really think it'd be anyone other than Mobley, but
I did not either.
So it was kind of surprising to see, but
Scotty Barnes had a good year, so we'll see. Like I said, he's in the playoffs right now, so he's actually playing right now. But
my favorite player, or one of my favorite players in the NBA, Ja, got the most improved.
Which I agree, but I don't agree. So thought process is most improved player should be the player who went from the worst to the best year. You know what I mean? And when you think of Ja Morant, last year he had a great season. You know what I mean? Last year he played really well. He averaged like 20-plus points. And this year, yeah, he's doing better than he did last year, but he's still playing great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was good for a rookie coming in. Like, I understand all that, but he was averaging like 20 points a game, where now he's got to be averaging over 30, I bet, or close to 30.
He's probably close.
Hey, definitely with these last few games with playoffs, he seems to be getting at least 30 points or more every game in these playoff games. So I'm sure this is just boosting his stats.
Definitely.
And I think that's kind of maybe what have swayed the factor a little bit too of how he's played in these playoff games and stuff like that.
No, I definitely agree. The only other argument I had against Morant is Jordan Poole. And that's strictly because Jordan Poole last year was like third team G League. He was in the G League and he made the third team. And to go from third team G League last year to almost averaging he's averaging 20 plus points in the NBA. He's playing way more minutes, and then going to the playoffs right now. He just had a bad game last game, but he was averaging like 30 before that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So for you to go from third team G League to averaging like 30 points in the playoffs, I feel like that is more deserving as most improved, because you were more improved than Ja Morant.
Yeah. I see the Deltaplex in Grand Rapids is closing the doors permanently, so I wonder that G League team that was down that would play there, I wonder if they're moving anywhere or...
Yeah, that is. I didn't even know about that.
So yeah, I just seen it today. I was like, wow, I'm surprised. Then I was thinking, like, I wonder how much they want for that, because it'd be sweet to do like a dirt bike indoors.
Oh yeah,
like arena cross.
That would kind of be cool.
Be a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
They did like what was it, like probably 4 or 5 years ago, they did an arena cross just like the year after AMA shut down the arena cross stuff. They did like
really?
some one-off event there where you could come, amateurs could come and ride. And yeah, they just basically they only do like the one set of bleachers, so that way they have the other side
Okay.
to be able to go. Well, they keep the other bleachers in, and then yeah, so that way you can have 3 lanes easy, a start lane, then a rhythm section, another lane, then the finish line jump. So it's 4 total lanes. It's pretty small track overall, but like Michigan doesn't have an indoor track. It seems like that should make some money. I mean, I know a lot of people,
Sure it would.
a lot of people ride, snowmobiles and stuff to offset, the dirt bikes, but I don't know. I wish we had an indoor place. I hate that we have to drive, 6-7 hours to be able to get to one.
Yeah,
True.
that does suck.
But
yeah, for us dirt bike fans, that's definitely a hassle.
Anything else you got with NBA?
I guess the only other thing is like, who do you think MVP is winning, or who is the winner is going to be? I think the finalist, if I remember right, it was like Giannis, Jokic, and Joel Embiid were the 3 finalists, which they haven't announced the winner yet.
I'm still on Embiid, but
yeah, no, he's definitely had a great year, and besides the comeback that they're allowing right now, I mean, they were tearing up in the playoffs.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm big on Jokic. I think if you're averaging almost 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists, you're almost averaging a triple-double as a center. I don't know. I know he won it last year, but I feel like that's pretty deserving of back-to-back MVP awards.
I know some people are just saying to win MVP, especially a consecutive one, they think that you got to pretty much go like above and beyond what you previously were doing.
Right.
Because obviously he pretty much did that last year too.
But that's what the most improved award is for.
Right. Which I completely agree. I do think it's just whoever's literally just playing the best that year should get it. I mean, but it's hard too because of, Joel Embiid had a really good
year. I think he was a scoring leader. So
yeah. And I mean, he's a center too. Like, it's kind of crazy to have 2 centers and technically a power forward in the talks for MVP when usually it's like
shooting guard,
small forward. Basically the smaller guys, more athletic.
Yeah. No, I mean, really all 3, like, if any one of them gets it, it's like good for them. I think they earned it.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, is Embiid is going to get it, but it could change with playoffs. So, the longer they wait to make the final decision, I guess, the better chance someone else has to sweep.
I think Jokic, their team just lost, but the other 2 are still in. So
okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going? Who do you think is winning so far, Devin? You still high on Grizz?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I Bucks are too. I mean, Bucks look pretty good.
I was really high on the Nets, and they just got swept. Which, what the heck happened to the Nets?
Yeah,
I saw that Kyrie only went off like a game or something like that. Same with KD, but they did absolutely terrible in the playoffs.
It was like KD's worst shooting percentage in his playoff career. So
plus, and Kyrie.
Kyrie, I think he shot just as bad. So
he did. I mean, he didn't even show up for his last game, I believe. So I mean, if that tells you how bad it was, but I mean, it's almost to the point too, to where like they're obviously going to reflect on this for next year. So next year they're probably going to be like, dude, we are never fucking doing this ever again. Like this, they did have a lot of drama between the team though too, if you think about
Simmons
it. Simmons
and Kyrie not being able to play.
Yeah,
in his hometown,
and then too like the whole James Harden. I mean, I know that happened.
Yeah, they did have James Harden at the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean that stuff obviously just keeps carrying over no matter really what you're doing. So I mean, there's just so much like drama and stuff. It feels like if they've, especially too with big name players.
Oh,
like
for sure.
It's weird to see that all these big name players are like having all this drama on one single team.
Yeah.
Than it is to, just them being super competitive like what every single person is.
Yeah.
So hopefully like next year, I'm sure they'll be getting a few more stud players, and Ben Simmons might actually be able to be healthy for a season again finally. So I think that would help them out a ton if their big three could finally like be good, and then Kyrie consistently playing instead of only being able to play, every other game or whatever the frick it was.
Right.
Good charge.
Yeah, I think
if they stay together, I think they'll do all right. They got enough mixed talent, with Embiid being both a big guy and he can handle the point, and then Kyrie can handle point or be just a scorer for him, and then KD can do everything. So they got enough, mixed talent there.
Don't they have Andre Drummond too?
They have Drummond, which Drummond the last few years really hasn't done anything but just be that big guy down low.
Right. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I did see though too that Kyrie did say that he doesn't really want to play with really anyone else other than KD. I mean, he didn't obviously. He might have straight up said it in a tweet that he had, but yeah, he pretty much just said wherever KD goes, I'm gonna go. So I mean, good for other teams too. Same with like LeBron James. It's like he's gonna go whenever his kid's in the league. Whoever drafts him, LeBron's going to that team, whether he's getting paid $1,000 or a couple million. So
that's what he said. No, we'll see. I'm still high on. I like Heat right now, and then whoever wins that Celtics Bucks series.
You think Suns make it?
I think Suns will get the first round, but once we'll see what D-Buck can do when he gets back from his injury. But I definitely think they make it past the first round.
Yeah, I think they'll get through Pelicans, I'm surprised they even made it in, but
I know they got some talent, but without Zion, I was questioning
that's one reason why I wouldn't mind Pelicans getting the upset against Suns is because I hear rumors if they can make it to the next round that Zion could be back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they're pretty talented and they're young, so look for them in the next few years to keep competing and get even further in the playoffs.
Yeah, I kind of think though that Boston's kind of gonna win over Milwaukee because Chris Middleton, like I was talking about earlier, he's out for round 2 with a sprain to his MCL or something stupid.
Oh,
yeah.
So I mean that's one of their key players that's going to be out. So it's like, can Giannis actually make up for it, or is the Boston Celtics, who's been playing very well, gonna just overcome them and just tear them up?
Yeah, I know they got Drew Holiday, so maybe he can step up and start scoring a little more now that Middleton's not there.
Right.
And then Bobby Portis, maybe he'll come back and start doing what he did last playoff series last year.
Maybe.
So. All right. Anything else for NBA talk?
Oh, that's all I've got.
All right. We'll switch over to, I guess we'll probably be only my little segment since Cavi isn't here. That's hockey. So hockey's pretty much set. I mean, I think there's a little bit of movement for positioning, but otherwise you're pretty much looking at Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning, Boston Bruins, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Washington Capitals, Colorado Avalanche, Minnesota Wild, St. Louis Blues, Dallas Stars, Nashville Predators, and then Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, and Los Angeles Kings all are in the playoffs. There could, like I said, there could be a little bit of jockeying for the actual final setup, but pretty much set.
Vegas, first time they've been eliminated. First time they didn't make it.
Yep. Since Kraken too, they were one of the worst teams in the division.
Same with the Wings, though. I mean, they were down there.
Red Wings, didn't do very well. I mean, but the Atlantic's a tough division. I mean, when you're looking at Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay, Panthers,
Lightning,
even the Bruins have been fairly good. I mean, they have 105 points. It's kind of like we're almost a second tier with the Buffalo, Red Wings, Ottawa, and then Canadians. I'd almost put them as they're the horrible this year. So, for Red Wings' purpose, I mean, there are some things that are potential. We need to find a solid goalie, I guess, or maybe
I remember we were talking about that earlier in the year.
Yeah, solid backup one at least. Is in my opinion.
Rotating a lot of goalies this year.
Yeah, I mean, you normally have two goalies, and they basically almost play a 50-50. I mean, I guess probably more. It's more like a 60-40 probably split normally, where your main goalie is going to play at least 60% of the games, and then the other one comes in for the other 40 just because it's such a long season. So clean that stuff up a little bit, but most teams have one more game, and one or two more games between the rest of this week and the next week. I believe we started into playoffs already.
Yeah, it looks like Panthers are still on fire, so I don't know. Maybe they can cool down in the playoffs. I'm still high on Avalanche. I think Avalanche could take it.
Yep, Avalanche for right now. If I had to pick teams for the final, and hockey's so hard because you can get upsets that happen. I actually really like Hurricanes. I'm looking through their side who they're going to be matched up with. I really don't see anyone that they shouldn't be able to handle. I mean, their toughest match if they have to face the Rangers in the finals before going to, or in the semifinals before going in. Florida Panthers should handle them. So it could be Carolina Hurricanes versus Panthers there, and then this side, Western Edmonton Oilers. I see them beating out the Flames realistically. I mean, Kings have been playing better, but I don't see them making it, and I don't see Predators, Stars, Blues. Wild might give a little bit of a fit in there, but I like Colorado Avalanche versus Edmonton Oilers. I'd take Colorado out of that, though, and probably Carolina out of this side. I think Panthers are going to cool off, playing that deep into the season. Carolina has been playing well. They're on a 5-game win streak, where Panthers are on a 2-game losing streak right now.
Yeah.
So Carolina stays hot, rolls into this, and really it could be a toss-up on either one. Eastern Conference, though, has always typically been the better conference.
You should bet on that, Devin. See,
I'll have to look and see
the finals match there.
See what the odds are. I think I like Carolina Hurricanes to take it.
Do you?
Yep. I mean, Colorado's going to be tough if that's who the final is. But like I said, the Eastern Conference is typically overall the tougher conference to play in. So, and they're not that far behind Colorado Avalanche. Like I said, Carolina's been hot, so that's kind of where I'm leaning for them. So like I said, next week when we talk again, I'd say everything should be set and they should be rolling. So it'll be interesting to see how it's going. And then, all right, we'll jump over into baseball. Whoops, that's basketball. Tigers are sucking in this current series they're in. They've lost twice to the Twins now. I think today was like a 7-1 or something like that.
Wasn't good. They were looking good. They had a few hits. They just couldn't drive in the runs, man.
I'm scared that's gonna be our issue, and we still don't have the greatest of pitching going on.
No, our pitching's kind of suck, and our batting I feel like is the better part of the team, but it's just so up and down. I mean, you have batters right now who are in the mid 300s, which is good.
Yeah.
But then you have the bottom half of our lineup from like 6 to 9, and they're hitting in like the hundreds, or even worse. So it's like our freaking 1 through 4 hitters can't just keep carrying our bottom half of the lineup. So we'll see. It looks like Torque, who is one of our high end prospects, and he was hitting really well for like 3 games there, and then he cooled right back down. So.
I didn't realize we've already lost 3 times. Them to Twins.
Yeah.
When they play the Dodgers for the next series tomorrow. Colorado, they freaking 13 in 0-0.
Let's go, Miggy.
Miggy got his 3,000th hit. So that was
Miggy,
cool.
Man.
But then they turn around and lose twice to Colorado Rockies, who fucking suck.
They do suck. Yeah, we hit that 13-1 win, and then fucking.
It was 13-0.
13-0.
Yeah, it was 13-0, and then 3-2, and we lost, and then 6-2.
Dude, they're so up and down. The Tigers are right now, which they're more down than the
Yeah, it's been frustrating.
It is. They have so much potential. Like, you look at our team, and we have some pretty decent players.
We're 6-12 overall right now.
Yeah. Like, Cabrera's hitting well. Meadows hitting well. There's a couple of other decent
Let's
hitters,
see.
Yeah, man. It's
batting average. Grossman's our top right now.
Yeah, Grossman. He had a really good game today. I think he went 3 for 5.
Let's see. At bats. I don't know if this is like by position or which one's all this is at bats. Let's see by average. So current average, the catcher. This catcher has only played 7 games, and so his average is pretty good for the 7 games he's played. Center field, Derek Hill. Well, he's only played 3 games, but he has a pretty good batting average. Grossman.
Yeah, Grossman's hitting really well.
Castro, Meadows, and then Cabrera's he's just sitting outside of the 300, but basically, those are our guys that are 300. And that's kind of where you want to be close to, I guess, is where I would put. Even there's a couple guys that are looks close like 261 and 257, but 250 is like the minimum is what I would say you want, and we have half of our Torkelson needs to get up. Torkelson.
Yeah, if he starts hitting, I think we're gonna do pretty good because I think he's sitting at the 5 spot. So get him to hit the bats. And then our first 4 can get on base, and then he'll drive them in. Like, we'll be doing well.
Yeah. And let's see pitching stats.
Yeah, and this.
Yeah, the MLB talks is going to be pretty much probably Tigers talk. Let's see. Innings pitched.
Yeah, what MLB? That's a thing.
So no pitcher has 2 wins yet.
Yeah, you can get the show.
I can't. It's not available on PC.
Oh.
I was pissed.
Yeah, no pitchers had 2 wins.
Yeah, dude.
Most pitchers.
What's the ERAs looking like? What's our best one?
Right there. Do this. So.
Compared to like innings pitched.
So let's see. Innings pitched. So Rodriguez has pitched 2.2 and has a 13.5.
That guy sucks.
Oh, and then you have Jalen, I think is how you say his name. He has 1 inning pitched and he gave up 9.
Jeez, yeah, that's not good.
So we just have no closers by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see who's a high. So we have 2 Rodriguez's. So Elvin Rodriguez.
Eduardo, I think, is
and Eduardo.
Yeah, he's their starter.
He's pitched the most. He has 19.2 innings pitched, and he's at a 5, which is still not good. You want to be down at like 3.
Yeah. I think there was high hopes on him too, and there's a couple other. I can't remember the names right now, but
this Turk, what was it? Turk Skubal?
Yep.
He seems to be doing the best based on average of how many innings pitched versus ERA.
Yeah, Skubal was
he's had 15.2 innings pitched, and then he's at a 2.3, so that's actually pretty good. And he's 1-1. So, I would be interested to see. I'd have to go back and look to see what the one game that he lost, if it was more that could be batting.
Yeah, nobody's getting hits.
And I'm interested to know. So, like, I know if you don't pitch, I think you got to pitch 5 innings to be considered like a win. And so I would be interested to see that too. If there's been any pitchers that's been pulled before they pitch 5 innings.
The starter today too, I think, is another one that they were looking forward to seeing. And obviously he didn't do well. So the thing is with our pitchers, they do well for like 3 innings, and then they just let up like 3+ runs in 1 inning. So it's like, dude, what the hell is happening? If you're that tired,
Let's see. Game
wave your hand. Say, hey, I'm dying.
Right. It's only 3 innings though. If you're a starter, you should be able to last at least 5.
Full fucking game is what you should be able to do.
Right. Like if you're throwing a no hitter, you're staying in there as long as you can.
Yeah, I understand. Like if you're getting hit on a ton, to where you'd be like, all right, 5 innings. Like I'm getting hit a ton, I gotta stop.
Right.
But you should at least, if you're a starter, be able to pitch, 100 pitches.
Oh, for sure.
Trying to look at fielding too to see if there's anyone that's like a standout errors. But nothing crazy. Everyone has seen.
Yeah, we have good defense.
Yeah, defense overall looks good. It's just our pitching and batting, which are like 2 of the most important things. We can't string together and I think that's a big thing. Is the Tigers will start off. They'll have 3-4 innings of decent baseball, and then they give up 5.
Right.
So,
I don't have much other than Dodgers look like they're leading NMLB right now. I think they're 1 on the power rankings. So,
yeah.
Clayton Kershaw's their big hitter or their big pitcher, and we already talked about it. But he had that huge game last week, so we'll see if he can stay hot, keep the Dodgers in that first place spot.
Oh, let's see. What is the record for Whitecaps? They're 7-10. They're 4th in their division or in their league. They're playing
7-10, and they're 4th.
Yeah.
Huh. That's not very good.
No. It's crazy too because I think right now they're playing the Loons. Or no. Yeah, Great Lakes Loons.
Oh, are they?
Is who they're playing. Caleb wanted to go. He was down yesterday in GR with Jordan, but he said they would have went to the game, but Jordan had to get her hair done first, so they wouldn't have made it in time.
Oh, I want to go to something. I know we've been saying it, but once it gets warmer, I think it'd be fun to go to a couple.
They're actually playing right now. They're up 1-0 against the Great Lakes.
We're missing out on the one we're going to, Austin.
That's a Tigers game.
Yeah, so?
I have a wedding.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
What Tigers game you going to?
They're going to the one on Memorial Day weekend.
May 29th.
Oh, nice. Did you get tickets or something, or work get tickets? Or?
No. Uncle Fonzie just wanted to go, so he got a group of us together, and we're just like, sure, we'll go.
Gotcha. So, yeah. I thought about going. If I didn't have the diaper party thing Saturday, I was going to go to Saturday's game. That started at 2, but I don't know if I'd be back in time.
Yeah.
So, go hit up tomorrow's game at 6:30.
There you go. I can't. I have a freaking...
What are tickets? Individual game tickets. Let's see what they're up to these days.
The one we got were $66 a person.
For Tigers, though.
Yeah.
So if I want to go tomorrow, let's see what West Michigan Whitecaps.
Trying to cut corners? Jeter?
It wasn't that big of a cut. Devin's brakes are on like freaking insane, so I stop on a dime.
When you're on a tight track like this, yeah.
Yeah, but I stop on a dime is the problem. I'm not used to that. Doesn't help. It's also raining, and this dude's trying to.
I can get right behind home plate. I don't know how close to the thing for $18.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's really cool.
All for the Whitecaps.
Yeah. I actually like going in. I like going to the Whitecaps game and then going in the booths out in the home run section.
Remember when we went a really long time ago and we sat
those right there,
like these?
Yeah.
Hey,
we went to one a few years ago. Remember that with the family?
Yeah.
And we got all you can eat food and drinks. Now that I'm 21, it would be a lot more fun.
Yeah, I wonder if you got to rent those.
I think you do. I think you have to have a certain amount of people go to.
I remember I went to one because of Grandpa Bill got tickets from work, and I invited Addison, and me and him went, and it was all you can eat food.
Yeah.
I think they ended up
we went to one for work actually, like 3 years ago, and they did the ones where it's along the first and third baseline.
Yeah.
And that's where you can again get all you can eat food and drinks.
Why are these so much higher?
What the fuck just happened?
It must be like in a covered area or something up here.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, $35. That seems high. Premium box.
There you go.
$18.
Premium box. Where's those seats located?
It says right here.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm guessing these you gotta like buy or have like an outing or something.
Multiple people.
Yeah. Yes. Though $18 to be right behind home plate, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Might have to hit up a couple of those games
for sure.
I know. I got invited from David and his wife, on her birthday, like last week, a couple weekends ago, to go to one, but it was like 30 degrees, so I said no.
Yep. So, all right. Like I said, we're skipping over football. We'll do football here in a minute. And when the draft goes live, we'll jump in and talk about the draft and how that's all going. But until then, I'm going to kick this heater back on because it's getting cold in here. Because Michigan fucking sucks and doesn't have warm weather yet. So,
it's getting 50s.
Yeah, this next week shouldn't be too bad. 50s and 60s, I see most of it. So,
hey, I'll drink to that.
So, all right. Peace out. Till next time.
Peace.
Whoops, wrong button.
They're clapping. They're like, this fucking idiot's out of here.